You know what time it is when you see your favorite squad seated on this table is definitely Tea Time, the only show that brings you holistic analysis and dissection of the biggest and trendiest entertainment stories around the globe. If it's big, we got you covered. If it's not, well, check the next station. With me today is Ife or Mai.
What's
up?
Table. Ife, break the table.
If it's not big,
you know
why are we talking about it?
You know, like, who are you again?
Like, if you're looking for a particular story that's not big enough, please, let's check. Okay, don't let us give them up. But you know the stations you should check. Some of them start with N, some of them start with O.
It's not me that said it.
Some of them start with A. What's good though?
I'm alright. How are you?
How you doing? You alright?
Yeah.
How you feeling today? Liking this your vibe this week, or like yes, now it has this old school feeling. Maybe because recently I went to an old school party,
right.
And
there's a lot of big head,
I saw a lot of very elderly women trying to be like you.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm alright. How about you?
Not bad at all. Just that big brother has been shaking the table.
Dude.
What's going on with Pere though?
Is he okay?
Is it Pere or Pere or Pere? Hey, no go they do pass yourself.
Honestly, it suits him
that's
accurately. I'm not gonna lie, this big brother, I feel like they are touching sensitive subjects that are very important. Like from Kayvee's mental health situation. And I think bullying is another trend in this house that they've kind of
looking down on people.
Yeah, they've kind of gone wrong. I mean, I'm not trying to like spoil somebody's bread or anything, but I'm thinking that these people, the way that they act in the house is really important, right? Because then who endorses them outside is a reflection of that character and stuff. And sometimes I wonder, like, I don't know which brand is going to be really feeling comfortable to give a strong bully. Stuff like that. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, it's either like Pere really like changes and does this whole super story of I'm not a changed man and I've learnt my ways and Big Brother helped me to remove the bullying spirit. If not, I feel like you're really like you're playing around with stuff that's really sensitive. Like bullying is not a joke.
I think Pere. So at first I thought it was a game. I thought this guy just knew what was a threat to him, right? But at the end of the day, this guy is not even looking at any. I think that's just who he is. I didn't think it was him. I thought it was his own strategy.
It is definitely who he is. Do you know how exhausting it would be for me to act like that?
You get like last night was totally on the
white money.
What did you say?
As in, like, he came to his face like this, and like, what?
Yeah, he took off his belt and was like, all macho. Then at first, I was so mad at White. Like, bro, you slept under the bridge, oh. You made it to Big Brother house from under the bridge. You don't want somebody to trample on you. See, I think that's the problem. See, somebody compared Pere's regime while it was the head of house to the problem of Nigeria, where they banned certain things without putting a necessary replacement or thinking of the implication on the citizens. And that was exactly what Pere did while he reigned, right? He took white money out from the kitchen, people starved, they had arguments over food, people didn't eat well. Do you get all this thing? Without any necessary replacement. Now, Pere is that kind of person that he just wants to be in charge, and which is what I think it was on your page. I saw it where they said Nigeria is like a standing fan. It blows everybody. I said, but we're all, instead of fixing the
you're not saying the story well. The Uber guy first said life is like a standing fan. It will touch you small, it will touch me small. And somebody now said the Nigerian fan is not like that. That it has not moved from where it was since independence. Then somebody
somebody said the rotate button
has spoiled. Then the other person now said yes, so that instead of trying to fix the fan, everybody's trying to get in front of it.
The fan.
Right, and replace, instead of like changing it, just trying to like take their own cuts and everything.
That's what Pere is, and I'm very excited about the way White Money handles the situation.
Absolutely.
At first, I think that's how everybody should react. Like until you get pushed.
I'm not going to lie.
I won't be able to stay that calm. Like, dude, you're still calm from that. Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
What did I say?
I've never really been in that situation that often, but every time I've been in a situation where somebody comes to me too close and physical, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I push, I'll slap. Like, why are you coming to my face like that? Like, I feel like you're about to like physically. Like, I feel threatened. Yeah, basically, like I'm in defense mode immediately. I'll have slapped somebody since.
But thank God for, you know, how white money was brought up. He's seen a lot, and I really hope that God gives all of us the grace of white money. the patience of white money is what I'm asking for.
Like,
because the dude did not lose it until like moments later. Like
I think it wasn't 10 minutes.
I'm just saying, like,
it wasn't up to, the whole thing was maybe 10 minutes. Like, because I remember when it first came and everything, it was like, no, it was just saying wait to make, like, I don't even get what you're trying to say,
then
right?
Baba went red.
Then what's it called? Angel. It was even Angel that I think started making white money thing, because he now asked Angel.
So
Angel was like,
is you answering him for me?
I swear. Angel was like, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna answer you. Like, why am I gonna answer you?
Answering him for me, like,
bro.
Why you
and then I think
him?
as it was happening, white money was really like analyzing the situation in his head. Like,
is this guy
are you joking?
You know the white money's line that bust my head. Dude was like, you they come up to big boy. You they come up to big boy.
He said
you know what to go happen for street.
he said Pere is white because he said Pere, because you're white, you think say you white, something like that. Like
because you're white, you think say you wild. You know wild,
bro. Nah,
forget
that was very interesting.
That was a very.
I don't like this kind of fights. Like, some fights are like, ooh yeah, Pepe, this that. But I feel like Big Brother really needs to step into this one and not encourage it, because
I like what Michael did as well. You know, Michael's our guy. Michael was like, no, you're not just going to apologize and move on. You need to address this. This is a case of bullying. Who is next? Okay, you did it to white money. Am I next? You want to play with me? Do you know? And I don't want it to get to a situation where, you know, everybody has it hot for Pere, and then eventually somebody will get disqualified because of this
He deserves it, because he's not even apologizing. He's saying that he doesn't think he's done anything wrong and that he's not going to apologize. This is Pere. Like, somebody please cut this guy's wings.
Do you think it's a game?
I don't think so.
Do you think it's a game?
I don't think
like,
so.
He's just trying to get people disqualified.
I don't think so. See, you can call it a game or whatever, but human beings are still human beings, right? There's some values in you, Ife, that would just never change. If you are a bully, strategy, game, acting, you will smell it in people's characters.
They are in the jacuzzi as well, when she was trying to make peace and all of that. You know, they had a fight before the jacuzzi night on Saturday, and then she got into the jacuzzi and was trying to talk to this guy. He was dancing, feeling himself, you know, pushing her away, shoving her here and there.
I don't want to be mean, Cha, because I mean, he's still a human being, but sometimes he acts like he's psychotic a bit. Like, sometimes I'm like, please don't put cameras, or let's not be choking somebody. He looks but extremely, in a way that's worrying. Like, how can the whole, like, you're feeling something about him feels like he lacks empathy, like he doesn't have that human connection that you and I have.
He's a selfish
do you know that there's sometimes where you do something, yeah, like it's really messed up, but at that moment you didn't know. But when you start seeing on people's faces that they're like, no, if you've gone too far, then you'll be like, okay, fine, you understand. He doesn't have that. Like, I don't feel like he's connected to human beings. Like, he's that kind of person can choke white money at night.
Right? When white money started speaking, a lot of people started saying, oh yeah, it's okay, stop talking. Do you think you should allow people like that to express
white money?
Yeah, like someone like white money that's bottled a lot of things, that actually knows that this guy doesn't like me. You know, this guy's trying to cramp my style. He knows all of those things. But you know, he was just trying to, you know, just balance it out. Then he lost it and he was talking, and then the housemates are telling him, keep it inside. Do you think it's okay for people to say things that they don't even mean when they're angry? And then
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question thoroughly, but I know that I feel like the way that the housemates handled it was nice, where like they got space between the both of them, because at the end of the day, in Big Brother's house, physical altercations are not allowed. So creating that absolutely, and you know that space should be done. Like, guy, don't go closer so they don't get physical and everything. And then Nini also reminding him that don't say things that are incriminating. Maybe if you send a threat to him or stuff like that, stuff that you know you have gone too far.
No censure. Now you just say you know what's for happen if they send outside house. No,
and that's standard. That's very standard.
Yes, now.
Because why are you outside of the house? Excuse me.
You didn't walk up to big boy. Big shout out to White Money.
Big shout out.
Well, no shout out to you, Pere.
No shout out.
Yeah,
and if you're one of those people that think this is content and you love it, I feel like you also need a psych evaluation, because it should bother you more than entertain you.
All right, so you know, talking about psych evaluation, you know, there was a sad story in the house and not one to play with, which is why we wanted to get this over with. You know, the whole shenanigans that happened in the house before moving on to this very story, because it's something that actually borders on a lot of Nigerians, a lot of people that you actually see on the street, a lot of people you walk with, a lot of people you eat with, a lot of people you talk to, a lot of people that you do a lot of things with, but you don't even know exactly what they're going through. And this one is on the case of the new Shine Your Eye housemate Kayvee, was left both housemates and viewers worried about his mental health. Kayvee has in the last 24 hours displayed, which is like 30, you know, not 24 and yeah, 32 hours, yeah, 42 hours. all right, yeah, we're suggesting they might need a therapist urgently so far. Whitemoney, JMK, also complained about the housemates refusing to talk to anyone and acting strangely. The photographer has mostly kept to himself, often looking lost in thought. According to reports, Kayvee was advised to withdraw from the game due to his recent struggle with mental health. Confirming his exit, a statement on Big Brother Naija's official Instagram reads, Kayvee, one of the housemates in the Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye season, has been exited from the house on medical grounds. Prior to this, he had a consultation with Big Brother and the on-site medical team where it was decided that they had to leave the house for a more thorough medical investigation. And I think, man, this is something that a lot of people go through. So people broke it down on the internet, and I saw, you know, they broke it down with videos as well. How Angel rejected him, how his intonation was laughed at, how he tried to dance with a couple of people and they didn't want to dance with him, how you know, he would say certain things and people would say, what's he, they talk guy, like talk now makes sense. Do you get how people just made fun of him for who he was? And you know, people forget that people are from different backgrounds, different orientations, different upbringings, and then everyone wasn't brought up the same. Now I take it back to where Beatrice was evicted, right? And Ebuka asked her that, why for a moment you just got lost in the game, you were not talking and all of that, and she was like, because I couldn't relate. You know, I said that on this table. So not everybody was brought up like you and I. So I think it's best to meet people, especially when you are cohabitating with them, at a middle ground, because you don't know what every individual is going through. There are times that I feel upset for no reason. There are times that I feel sad for no reason. There are times it happens to the best of us. Do you understand? Now, the way we handle it are different. Some people become suicidal the moment they are angry for no reason, the moment they're sad for no reason. I probably love life too much to want to kill myself. But there are people that actually think of death, especially when they're feeling down. So I think, you know, let us all just do better as human beings to make people feel better. That's my take. Okay, so I think, yeah, this one really touched me, I'm not gonna lie. I remember when I was interviewing the last sets of Big Brother Naija people on this table, and I always used to ask them, like, did you surprise yourself? I'm the kind of person that I need exits. In arguments, I'm the walking away kind of person. Like, when it gets too hot, my approach is to leave. I need a timeout. Like, I need that space. And then I'm also like, my mom is a free spirit. I can't stay in one place for too long. I need to get out, kind of stuff. Like, sometimes I used to wonder how it would be if I was locked up with a bunch of strangers that I can never get out. Like, I cannot have distractions. Like, I can't be on my phone. And you can't blend with all of them.
Yeah, you get what I mean? And you don't know, because of the fact that the environment in itself is already a makeshift, that's not reality, I know that I'm going to be different. And then if at all my energy doesn't blend with those people, your essence can literally change. Like, your vibe, your energy can literally change because of that. I remember I used to ask people, like, I was even trying to ask Lucy, even though it eats my head off, because I'm like, you seemed so nasty in that show. Do you think it was because of the environment? Like, maybe that's her way of, like, no, even surviving that change. True. Like, maybe outside, because she can moderate things, she can know how long she wants to spend time with the fair and spend time with this person, that she can be a better version of herself. Like, you know, is it that? But I don't think people really were understanding my question. And when I saw Kayvee's situation, that's what I thought about, that this whole experiment just didn't sit well with him. Because I'm pretty sure there's people who laugh at Kayvee outside. But his own is to stay away from that bad energy. Do you get what I mean? Like he can exit that. He couldn't do any of that. Like you're stuck in that place. Like I don't even understand how difficult that is. And I think that what's it called? The housemates. I know a lot of people try to like make some people look bad, like try and find a villain, right? That, oh yeah, you laughed at him or you did this and you did that, but sometimes it's very natural for people to do that. I'm not saying that it's okay or whatever, but it's and sometimes because things are different, people react to different, sometimes in a wrong way, where they laugh or whatever. So I think the message of this is definitely to be more sensitive to people. I think I'm a little too polite to even be like laughing at people in their faces, but I'm not gonna lie, if I find somebody that is very different, yeah, you understand, like even white money, I'm not gonna lie, white money is very different from my kind of person. Like I don't know how to mingle with streets and I'm Igbo and I'm not that kind of girl. So I know that maybe me and white money wouldn't have gotten along, but with time you start to see that there's more to that person and everything. But you gotta also fight for that, like fight for the fact that yeah, even though my accent is different or I'm quiet or whatever, I'm still here kind of thing. Well, but you don't know what he's going through, you don't know how it sucks to be isolated and everything. And I know him getting out of the house was the best thing. So
well, for me, I just felt like
bittersweet.
You know, it was a very good decision that was made, because if somebody wasn't feeling good in the house, especially let's look. Somebody else said something about was it the whole issue started from when Angel and Sammy fight happened and it was over him. And then he became like the villain in that situation.
No, but gauge it now, because he said something. He said
because of his mental health capacity.
Yeah, because look at he said the other time where he was. So I think he was talking to Peace and somebody else, and then he was saying that like he heard when people were like, "This Kayvee guy is always lying." So now imagine that you're hearing the reputation that whatever comes out of your mouth is a lie. That's what even made him more silent. Like there's no point talking because people don't really rate what I'm saying. And then now you're mocking the accents. Like you have all these bougie people. You have like people who are very articulate.
What did you ask?
You get. But you know, sometimes I feel like we're getting better. I'm not gonna lie, because you still see some comment sections people are mocking him, spiritualizing it, standard Nigerian behavior, obviously, like saying that village people has reached him and that blah 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 blah. But the love for me hasn't. Like I almost started getting teary. They made this real. They made this real when using Bella Shmurda's Triumphant. So that thing just got me like shivers. Like it made me feel like no matter how bad it is, no matter how much backwardness we're still suffering with mental health and the stigma, the love will triumph. Like he's gotten maybe almost 30,000 followers in one day extra. What's it called? He's gotten GoFundMe for his health or whatever, because I know that he's lost that opportunity for deals and everything, and people are gathering him, showing him support. So I really like that.
Well, for me, right, I just think that people should learn how to blend with everything. See, me, if you leave me in a room with a deaf man, I'm telling you, we'll find a way to communicate, and you'll find me and that deaf man.
I think it's easy for you to say, Phil. Theater Big Brother Naija house, anybody can just say, look at this man when he was...
Anyway, we need to go on a quick break, and we will be right back.